Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Yeah, that sounds good. Working on audio levels. If you are in the chat and you can hear it, tell me how it sounds. Something's going on with the Rumble. What's going on with Rumble? I'm trying the new meld multi-stream. Oh, that's cool. There we go. Hey, this is pretty cool. Let's check out X now. Do 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 do. There we go. Ooh, this is a lot nicer. Very cool. Almost there. Wish I could get Social Stream Ninja to work on this other system. I'm using a secondary iMac that I have over here. It's a lot older, and boy howdy was it hard to get it to do anything, but I have an EOL, not EOL, that's end of life, an extra, what's it called? Extended support version of Firefox running on it. And, yeah. It's working pretty good. Where is... oh, there it is. Social dashboard. There we go. I get this would you like many viewers thing all the time. Every time from Kick, it's a new bot. All right, let's run some test messages. Hello from, wow, I can't type. Hello from Twitch. Yay, that works. All right. Hello from YouTube. No? Why is YouTube not working? Social Stream isn't finding the YouTube stream. Why not? It was working last time. Couldn't find it. Maybe it's not public. Oh, it is. It isn't. It's unlisted. Let's go to... unlisted and make it public. I'll bet that'll fix it. Refresh. Select live streams. What if I just select that one? Hey, one live stream was found. No, wait. Hey, that's not it. Hello from YouTube. Nope. There we go. Just took forever. See if this is the right one. Yep. Alright, let's try it one more time. Hello from YouTube. Hey, there we go. Hello from Kick. Do we have Rumble? Because we have not had Rumble in the past. We want to leave our Rumblers out. No, Rumble's not working because Social Ninja does not like to get past Rumble's like Cloudflare stuff. Let's see if we can just do it via URL this time. Let's copy that. Video URL. Activate source. Could not activate. Alright. Remove source. Rumble username. Let's try to activate. We're doing things. This is like a testing stuff. Okay, there's all my live streams. That URL is correct. Maybe we need to sign in. Is it gonna let me sign in this time? Yes, I am human. You're probably not gonna believe me. Yeah, see, that's the thing it does. It's like, it just says, are you human? Needs to verify. Then it refreshes, and it's like, are you human again? And it just never lets me sign in and authenticate it. Alright, well, we gave it a shot. Do-do-do-do. Alright, no Rumble chats today. Sorry. I'll do you a solid, though. I'll leave the Rumble chat open on this other window. And we'll go from there. Alright. So, things that have been happening today. We're going to open up Picotron and kind of tinker with some stuff while we're doing things, while I'm talking. So, Meld has been crashing like a crazy daisy. And I ended up reaching out to Meld support and doing a bunch of stuff, and they're actually super duper helpful, even though they weren't able to resolve the problem. But they did kind of open up my eyes to where a lot of the logs were and stuff like that. I ended up getting things somewhat going. There was like a Realtek driver that was installed on something. It's like a third-party driver, it was tied to like the USB audio or something like that, but it was also like a network driver. I don't know. It was weird stuff. I ended up purging that out of my OS, And then I went through all of my scenes and I cleaned up a bunch of stuff and I reduced some scaling and messed with some window options. It's a lot nicer now. See, look, we can go, woo! Doesn't that look nice? And we can go like, that's where the camera will be, if I had one. Then we got Pico 8 here as well. Look at that fancy stuff. So smooth, so clean. And it's using way less memory now. So that's good. I also offloaded a ton of like the streaming side stuff. Like having the web pages for each of the management interfaces, Twitch, YouTube, all that jazz. I have that over on this other iMac right now. And it's really slow, but it's got like 32 gigs of RAM because I probably just dumped some old RAM into it a long time ago. And it's working great. The next thing I did, and this is kind of neat. Let me look and see if I can show you. I might not be allowed to. Yeah, I can show you. Here we go. Let's go to the browser. Check it out. Meld has a new thing called multi-meld. I wanted to make sure I wasn't showing my stream keys. But essentially what you can do is you can set multi-meld up. You do an RTM whatever source in Meld and stream to this, and then this will restream out to all these different platforms. This one's X here. And I have Twitch here because Meld is currently streaming to Twitch and to multi-meld, but I wanted to test it out. I wanted to direct to Switch or Steam and direct to Meld to test first. I may just end up flipping this one on, so I've just got one encoding source that Meld is pushing out to, and it's completely free. I don't know if it's going to stay free forever because it's currently in beta, but is that music messing up? Or is that just the way the music sounds? I don't know. Anyway, it's super duper cool, and I really like it. And we're testing it out tonight, so we'll see how it goes. But that's another thing that it like offloaded from Meld onto, offloaded off of my computer. And I'm always happy to do that because this poor little baby's only got like 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I push her to the limits. Push it to the limit. I'm gonna skip this song. No, that's Secret of Evermore. That feels crunchy though. This music feels a little loud. I'm gonna crank this down a fuzz. About right there. Okay. So yeah, let me know if the audio is weird. I'm still kind of working on things, getting stuff going. Let's get into some fun stuff. We're going to load carts. Work in progress. Where is my Poochie Survivors cart? What? Nope, not archive. Whip. Oh, capital P. Huh. All of my other stuff is lowercase. I think I'm going to rename that. Because all of my other stuff is lowercase. What? What are you doing? What are you doing, dog? Oh. What? That seems buggy. I'm going to delete you. Load you. What? What? Oh no. I deleted it. Let's see if we can recover it. We're going to go into RAM and compost. We're going to copy this to the desktop. We're going to rename it to Poochie Survivors. What is going on with that? That is such a weird thing. If I delete this, is it going to delete this? No? Okay. Is the other one in here? Compost. That's weird. I don't know. We're just going with it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, I forgot my iPad. I was using that for my chat. That's okay. It's okay. We're not going to be up too incredibly late. I've got church tomorrow. So we're just gonna doodle around a little bit. All right, what were we working on today? We were working on scene switching. That's what our next thing was going to be. Sorry, moving stuff around. This can go right here. This can go right here. And we're good. All right. Scene switching. All right. Oof. I want to be able to switch scenes. Do we have any scenes yet? We do. Right now, we are doing what? We're knitting the save. Where's our scene stuff? Init home scene. And when we init the home scene, we update draw and update. That finishes going through here, and then it runs update and draw. Okay. So let's try a thing where... do we have another scene? Does our splash scene work yet? Why would that rely on that scene? Let's take a look. Init splash scene. Oh, this is some Pico 8 stuff. Okay. So we don't want any music right now. We don't need to init any dog sort of things. Or particles. We do want to init these. We don't want to spawn particles or animate objects. Init game. Yeah, we don't. This is all leftover stuff. We can completely do away with this. We don't need to draw particles. Oh. Oh, that's not the splash screen that I was thinking of. All right, I'm going to leave this here because that actually is something different. We're going to... What would we call this, though? This is like the little... Hey, what's going on? I need to rename this because this is not the splash screen. The splash screen is going to be... well... So if I do this, that's the splash screen. And actually, we're probably going to pull that one in over here. I am indeed back at it again, trying to get this blasted streaming setup working. I'm struggling with a really big series of crashes, and it appears to be working a whole lot better, which I'm very, very happy about. My memory pressure is way less with this new setup. All right, scene switching. So it looks like we need a new scene. Let's do a test scene here. We're gonna test, and we're gonna do function. What was my naming conventions? Draw home screen or home scene. Okay, so we'll do test init scene. What? Init home scene, update home scene, draw home scene. Why is my brain so stupid? Init test scene. And then we'll grab this. Function update test scene. And then draw. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's working out. But you know, we'll see. That's part of how the night's gonna go. We want this to be test. All right, and so for the init, we want to clear the screen with a. What color do we want to do it? Let's do color 19. That's nice and unique. 19. What are you up to tonight? Update test scene. Let's do if button P. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to. Oh yeah, it sounded good. I liked it. If we do this, then we're going to init splash scene. Nope. Init a home scene. And then over here, we want to init the test scene. So that means if I run this cart, it should have like a pale green screen, which it does, and it should wait for a button. And if I press a button, it swaps scenes. Awesome sauceum. Okay. Indeed, sparkly dark matter, it is doggo's time. Okay, so we have. All right. So our scene switcher technically still works. Let's call this. Let's call this splash. So we don't need to do anything extra here. We might need to tinker a little bit, but that's going to be like polish stuff. Update splash, draw splash. All right, and then for this is going to be something different. This is when we go out of the house onto a walk. It's going to play like a little what would I call that? We could call it loading. It's technically not loading, but it's kind of like a load screen. It could almost be like a ready screen, like a get ready. I like that better than load. Ready screen. All right. And then let's hook up our splash screen. So I want to go into Legendables. Actually, let's save this real quick. Let's load Legendables. All right, and okay, I am using the scene switcher here. Nice. Scene, init, outline draw. Yeah, I was putting it in a table. That's kind of purposeless. Scene.update, blah, 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 blah. That's my gameplay scene. Where's my splash scene? Draw gameplay scene. Init, update, game over. Init, end scene. Settings, test. Test scene. What? Where's my splash? Maybe we can see where it starts. Init splash scene. What? Dialogue box, actors, player, enemies, NPCs, brains, drops, particles, effects, tools, map, world, TVs, viewport, status bar, design doc, debug, and debug panel. What? Where even is this? Is that in a different file? Source. Splash scene. Oh, because I had these in different files. Yeah, I'm using a different system now. Okay. Well, hey, I guess that's actually not that bad because that means I can just include this splash scene file. Okay, so let's do that. That's actually not a bad idea, honestly. Not a bad reason. All right, we're going to go... Show cart contents, source. We're going to go cart here, source, splash scene. Paste. And let's run the... Oh, this one's called Splash Screen. I wonder what that is. Splash Scene. What is Splash Screen? Oh. Okay, that's the old one. So weird. Oh, yeah, that's the old one. Okay. Let's drag this over here. Now we're going to need to include this splash underscore scene. So we have our scenes. Splash underscore scene. And it's splash scene. All right, so now if we do this, it's probably going to break. Let's see how portable my code is. Yep. Probably because it's not using this. Update underscore scene. So let's do update underscore scene. Draw underscore scene. Int character field. Oh, initialize the character field. That's probably... characters? No. That's gonna be up here. Maybe under effects? And a dot field. Draw a dot field, yeah, okay. So this has, oh, this has my drawing the iris, fade effect, draw fade effect. Okay, let's save this as in our cart, source. And it's called effects.lua. I should make that scene a little bit more portable and self-contained. All right, let's do what? Tools. What have we got here? Is even. Okay. Okay. Tools. And that's probably going to be under Legendables Tools. This is where we get into dependency hell. Yep, there it is. Is even, is odd. All right, let's try it again. There's something. Our vid mode it's not built for vid mode 3. It's built for vid mode 1. Init start scene. Oh, that's going to be home. Pumped up. Nice. Okay. We're getting there. Now, let's see. This is going to be using some sprites. Ooh, 2509. Let's try to make this thing a little more portable. What graphics file is 2509? 2509 divided by 256 is 9.8. So that should be graphics file 9. Are there any others? Graphics file 9. 1481 divided by 256. That's 5. Okay, 9 and 5 is what it looks like. So let's take a look here under Legendables. 5. That is not correct. Oh, hold on. Maybe it's using alternate palette stuff. No. Okay. Well, that's not it. Well, let's check 9. I'm looking for faces. Okay, there's faces. And there's the logo. That's dogs, that's enemies, that's weapons, and attacks. We can put it on this one here. Alright, so that one's going to be... Let's do a Lobel. Equals 255... Actually, 256 times... That was graphics file 4. Outline. What is that? This is not very portable code. Hey, what's going on, Unused Taco? We are working on Poochie Survivors today and testing a new stream setup. My stream stuff was crashing a whole bunch, and so we kind of figured it out. And we're just kind of stress testing it a little bit tonight. Yeah, we're listening to SNES music. Yeah, this is Mario World. Do 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 no 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 no. All right, this is 192. Let's see where we can plug this in. Let's do GFX plus 192. Okay, that's the name. And the name sprite is, let's just put it right here, 200. Built in a very long amount of time with lots of effort and care for your personal enjoyment. I forgot I did this one. I completely forgot. Oh man. Oh, that's amazing. I love me. All right. Let's see. Shadow. Oh, splash.n. That's going to be the head sprite right there. Which is 192. Oops. GFX. Nope. Plus 192. Nice. And then, do we have the Picotron font on here? Let's go to Ramcart. We do not. Let's add the Picotron font. Let's copy that. Paste it here. 0, 1, and Picotron. Got it. Let's do... How do we set the font? Trying to remember how to set fonts. What's a cart that I have that changes fonts? Well, I guess actually Legendables probably does. Oh, I know. Let's do this one. Let's show cart contents. Source. No, let's go look at the main. Color table, Starfield. Font scale. Where's the font stuff? Probably under message. I think it's a poke. Ugh. I thought it would be easier to find. Let's look in Legendables again. Maybe I said it at the beginning. Fetch Picotron font and then poke it into, yeah, here we go. Primary font, secondary font. So you should have just went with that one. And let's do it outside here. And let's comment this one out. We're actually going to comment this one out too. Because I don't want to do it right here, but we are going to do it on our scene. So when we load our splash scene, we're actually going to dump this font in here. And then at the end, oh, that's interesting. We need to get rid of all this stuff. Because we're using this one over here. All right, so before we init the, or after we init the scene, we're going to set font. And then during our update, when do we set it back? Bouncing head, falling off the ledge, finishing, next scene. Then we're going to reset the Picotron to font 1, I think is what it is. Font 0. Why does that have a weird A? Font 1. Oh, yeah, that's that. Okay. Let's grab the system font real quick. Let's go to system, fonts, and let's grab little font. And we'll change this to Lil font. This is the default Picotron font. I do post to social sometimes, and you should follow me. There we go. And then when we come back here, if we open up this, then we're back to normal font stuff. All right. Now the next thing, we don't have sound effects. Splash sound effect 1. Oh, that's right. I built it in. Where are these? Okay. 30, 36, 42, and 48. That's probably going to be in Legendables. Let's close you. Let's go back. We've just got the one sound effect for now, so let's go to Show Carts. Sound effects. And what was that again? That was 30, 36, 42, and 40. That's very quiet. Let me pause this music for a second. Can you hear that okay? Is that quiet? Do I need to boost the volume of that? Oh, okay, that's coming through. All right. All right, it's just a little quiet on my side. $26, $27, $28, $29. That's weird. So why is this saying 30, 36, 42, and 48? That would be 30. It's these four right here. And we're going to put them, those are dog sounds. We're going to put these at 128. There we go. And what were those? Let's close this sound file. 128, 9, 29, 30, and 31. So we'll go 128, 129, 130, 131. Okay, that didn't do anything at all. Play song. Supposed to go do 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 do. Oh, are these delays? There's the oof. Yeah, that's a terrible naming scheme. 128, 129, 130, 131. All right. Sound effect 4. What is sound effect 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. That can't be right. That's it. And we'll put it here. 132. All right. And then our faces sprites are going to be at 192. So that's GFX plus 192. Bork, bork, bork. Big brain timed. Hey, and we have the proper font in the background too. Tossed around a bit. Awesome. Now I need that shadow sprite. And I think I'm just going to make one, honestly. Let's see. SPR. This one right here. No, this is the shadow. What is this? 2509? 2509. What would that be? 2509 divided by 256 is 9. Huh? It's in that 9 graphics file. Let's go graphics. 2509. Oh, maybe it's the anchor? No, that can't be it. $24.96 was $24.96. If this is $24.96, then 09 has got to be like back here. Oh, maybe that it. No, that can't be the shadow. Let's do let's do 9 times 256. That's 2304 minus 2509. That looks like that's on file 8. What the heck? I do not understand anything of what's going on with this at all. What else could that be? See, this is all like test stuff. What in the world? I don't know what that is. Splash timer. See, it's like do, 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 do. It prints it, draws the graphic. I don't know what this is. Local out is a big table. Okay. And then we have our splash timer. If it equals sound effect 4, it also it plays that and it also draws this. It's like drawing it at the same time as the logo. Maybe we can look at the Legendables one. I don't see any difference. See, there's a little shadow. That one didn't draw the shadow. Weird. I don't know what that is. Do we even need that? We're just going to comment it out. No idea what this is. And then for this one, we're going to say graphics plus close you. That's fine. And we're going to make a little shadow here. We're going to take, let's do one, and we'll go like that. $201. $201. And maybe let's move it down a little bit. Let's move it up one. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That works. Man, reusing code can be really nice. What would be really great is if I could actually embed the like the sprite data into this here and have it completely self-contained. I wonder if I could do that. What if I grab this and up here we can say, oh, actually this will be under locals again. We'll say shadow SPR shadow equals and if we take this out and we just unpod this, will that crash? Okay, okay. And then what if we come down here? I don't remember where it was. I thought it said shadow. It's gonna be under the draw stuff. Because it not do the capitals. Okay. All right. Let's duplicate this line and let's say, what was it called? SPR shadow. SPR shadow. Oh, look at that. We got it baked in, baby. That's really rad because then I don't have to like stash it in a graphics file. It's just right here. I mean, I can't edit it, right? You know, that would be, because that'd be a pain. But I should be able to, can I copy this string and paste it in here? No. What if I... Okay, so if you have the unpod with it, it does. Interesting. Interesting. I like it. Do I want to go ahead and do that? I don't think so. Maybe though. I'm not really hurting for graphic space. I'll put a note in here. You know what? Let's do the logo. And then which one was that? It's going to be under draw. This one here. That's so cool. See, then I can just like boop, boop. Honestly, what I should probably do is, yeah. I think there could probably be a downside since I'm loading this into a variable. It's sitting in memory and it could inflate RAM. So that's a potential downside. Let's just leave it with these two for now. Maybe move all heads into here. So this file is portable. Because I do like the idea of just having everything in here and it being self-contained, and I can just like drop this into another game and it translates across pretty easily. Okay. We have our little scenes. Protected from monsters. All right, and now what I want to do is we need to make this work in vid mode 3. So let's work on this. So right now, let's move this over so we can easily go back and forth. So right now, we can use screen width and height. That'll make it more dynamic. Let's do our globals. Screen width equals, let's just grab these two. This is going to help make it a bit more portable. Oh, and I forgot to do this for our globals. It's going to equal screen W, or we're just going to get it. So if I end up not using that in the future, we'll still get it. Screen height, or that. All right, now this is the position. 240 is half of our screen width. So if I make this 40, yep, it just moves us over there to the left. So 240. So we want actually screen width divided by 2. That's going to put it in the middle of the screen. 100. That's an interesting number. But the nice thing is, like, now that's in the middle of the screen, and if we swap this to vid mode 1, you know what, I'm gonna do this. This song is very annoying. I'm gonna skip it. Hope you don't mind. 270. See? It's in the middle. And it's in the middle. Well, horizontally at least. This vertical one, let's see. Let's math what that's going to be. We want to do... let's see. At full resolution, that's 270. How would I get what percentage 100 is of 270? What would be the math on that? Because 100 pixels is a percentage of 270, and I need that percentage of 135 as well. Let's ask Grok. What percentage of 270 is 100? Part whole times 100% equals 270 times. Okay. Wow, I'm not good enough with math to know what that is. 100 is approximately 37.04%. Okay, so what is 37.04% of 135? $50. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know if I was expecting exactly half of 100, which makes sense because this is half of the resolution of that. I'm feeling kind of dumb. 37.04 though. So what we can do is we can say the Y is going to be screen height divided by 0.3704. That is not right. Times, not divide. Well, that's doing something different, but... Okay. So, center of the screen. Center of the screen. Yeah, okay. Well, that other math is clearly way off. The ground is going to be 100 as well, so that's going to be this as well. So let's do... the ground equals this. And then we'll just set this to ground and this to ground. Right? I've got a lot of magic numbers in here. That's right, both of these were 100, right? Yeah, okay. And then for our, let's go ahead and do local 2. That's our velocity. I don't know why we need that. Velocity 4, -4 with some randomness. Oh, that's our left and right for like the arc of the head. It determines it at init. Okay. And then velocity 10, that's how high it shoots up. That might need to be less. We might need to tune that. Animation, I don't know what that is. These are frames. I don't know what those are used for. Timer, effect, bouncing, bounce. Those are just states. Here's all the quotes. Feel free to clip that and look back through them if you want to see all of them. Splash.quote. So we set a quote. These are play song. Get out of here. This is song timing. What do we want to call it? Timing. That's not the right word, but I'm just going to do that. Timing control points. Then we init the character field. All right. Splash.ground. What did I not put a... Oh, I didn't. I thought I did. I might not have. I think I undid that and didn't redid it. All right. If we're not doing the splash effect and we're not bouncing, then the splash timer goes down. Oh, and the splash timer goes down. Splash timer goes down. Then if we... Okay, so that's the time frame for pressing the button. Then we start bouncing. We do the oof effect. I should put the sound effects up here too. What was that sound effect? 132. All right, I heard it. Uh-oh, my memory pressure's going up. What did I do? It's not too bad. It's definitely going up, though. And we are at the 1 hour 19 stream mark. So that's good. We'll just make note of that. Oh no, my cached files are going up. We're at 1 gigabyte. Okay. All right, we're going to keep an eye on it. If it crashes, well, we learned something. Update character field. Was there... Did I... There is a character something in there. Okay. We play the sound effect. We get our sprite. This is going to be... Set alt face sprite. I'm going to change this to SPR face. Nope. Head. Boop. All right. And then make sure that didn't break anything. It did. Why did I break something? It should have been the same thing. It's 192. SPR underscore head. Did I not put the leading underscore? Huh? What the heck did I do? It's officially your birthday. Happy birthday, Unused Taco. Happy birthday. Please don't say how old you are, because that's personally identifiable information, and it's not good to do that. But happy birthday to you, my friend. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful birthday. Oh, it's because I'm offsetting it by GFX here. That's why. That's so funny. It looks like his mustache in the middle is like super extra black. It looks like it's like a curly up mustache on the right side of it because of the way the shadow is. It's like, It's so funny. Happy birthday, Unused Taco. I'm super happy for you. Maybe I've got something cool for you for your birthday. You don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a gooby goober and didn't even think about it, but maybe I did. It's Schrodinger's gift. It is both very impressive and very disappointing at the exact same time. All right, we update the character field, which is just going to like update and like move stuff in the background. We do our, we're going to say play sound effects in time. Our bouncing head, we're going to have to fix that logic. Yeah, because these are a bunch of magic numbers. Magic numbers aren't good, guys. Don't do magic numbers. If you don't know what a magic number is, this is a magic number. It's like, what is that? Instead, it's best to be like, oh, hey, you know what? 224 minus the edge. And what is the edge? The edge is currently 50. So we could just change it up here. It's like, wait, it's way better to do that. Basically, wizardry equals... No, wizardry is good! A good wizard writes down very detailed components of their spells. A bad wizard is going to be like 2 newt tails plus 45. And you're like, 45 what? I don't know. 45 something. But I remembered it when I wrote it down. Because I am a very smart wizard. But you weren't. You weren't a smart wizard. You didn't write it down. 45 what? 45 eyeballs? 45 grains of sand? 45 times that you have to spin around with your hand on your head? You don't know. Don't do that. Magic numbers. Dumb stuff. Don't do magic numbers. Off the edge. The edge equals 50. All right, so if our x is greater than 254, okay, I know what this is. So if we do this, I can't show you, because my mouse doesn't work here. Maybe I can. Will it give me a mouse? What? No. Oh man, it snaps back. Wait. And I can't go off the bottom. Okay. So essentially, if we notice here when we go ba 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 and we jump, oh look, see there's like an edge. So here like the shadow drifted off the edge. But if we see here we didn't go off of the edge. There we go, and we went off that edge. So what this should really be called is off. It's fall off ground edge. It doesn't look like edge is used down here at all. So we're going to call this ground edge. So if x is less than 224 minus the ground edge is 50. All right, so what it looks like we're doing, let's do a doodly doot. Let's lock this in here. Let's do 128. What it looks like we're doing is we've got our head and we've got our words and we've got our big shadow circle. That's not a shadow circle. Our big shadow circle, right? What we do is kind of we've kind of got this floor here that's invisible. We can't really see it. And it's supposed to be like this edge, so that when the head bounces, it'll fall off the side. See it like that. The way that we're calculating this, though, we're not calculating this green down here. What we're doing is we're saying that the edge is 50, and if we take if the x of the head is right up here, it's like the top left corner of the sprite. If the edge is less than 224 minus the ground, where is 224? If we do 480 minus 224. Okay, that actually is what it is. So we're saying like start here in the middle and go negative 50. And we're saying start here and go positive 50. So that's what we're doing. We're saying 224 it's kind of the middle. It's if this here, I'm running out of colors. If this here is the middle, this here is 224. We're baking that offset into it. So we're just measuring from here instead of the center, because that's where this is. There's different ways you could do it. You could have like splash x minus splash dot width divided by 2, and that would give you our x coordinate minus half of the sprite, and then you could just do that. But it's like whatever. We know what it's doing. So we're starting in the middle, and we can actually do this. Local center adjusted equals 224. So if our head.x is less than the center of the screen adjusted minus the ground edge, so here minus 50, or, and we're actually going to format this like this, or if it's greater than center adjusted plus the ground edge. And I'm starting to realize that's not being calculated correctly, because that's starting from here and it's going 50, and it's starting from here and going 50. So I don't. Oh wait, no, that would be right, because that way That way when we grab this... No, that's... we can copy that. We'll do it like this. So when it's here, and we go 50, and it falls off, see the pink dot? It's actually way over here. So this orange, this blue arrow actually will be longer. And when it's over here, the pink dot is like right at the end of the blue arrow, so it will fall off. So this actually should be 50, like that. So the whole thing is offset. So the math does math out. But if we wanted to, we could say local head center equals splash dot x minus, what is the, do we have the width of our head? No, we don't, but we do have the sprite. So we could say, oops, where's my spot? There it is. We could say get spr splash dot n. So this is going to grab the actual sprite, and then we'll feed it an extra function. I think that's not called a function. I think this is called a method, when you tack a function onto the end with the little colon. And so what this is going to do is this is going to collapse down into the actual sprite. We feed the sprite number into here, so this turns into a number. And this turns into the actual sprite object. And then this grabs the width of it and collapses the whole thing down into the number, which is the width of the sprite, which would be 32. So we can take that and divide it by 2. And so we take our x position and we actually add half of the sprite to it. So we'll be taking our x position and adding half of the width to it, so it's now in the middle. And then if we get rid of this, comment that out, we can grab these. We're just going to do this for testing purposes. I always like to comment out and copy so I can compare. I have a bad memory. And so I like to, like when I'm editing the line to make new stuff, I like to be able to see what my old stuff is. So we'll say if the head center is less than actually, this is going to be good. Screen width divided by 2. So let's actually grab center. Let's grab screen center equals screen width divided by 2. And see, if you do it this way, you get the side of... I learned about this like quasi recently when I was looking up like how to do good programming patterns. I'm gonna kick this bot. That's a Twitch bot. It's been a while since I had a bot on Twitch. What do you think, chat? Should I buy some cheap viewers? You've been banned, dog. Guess what, Unused Taco? Your birthday gift is I bought myself a whole bunch of cheap viewers. Just kidding. Amazing. Oh, dude, yeah, I should totally buy you some cheap viewers. That would be even better. What was I thinking? Silly me trying to buy myself cheap viewers from you in your honor. What a silly, silly man. Silly man I am. On your birthday, too. Ooh, insult to injury. All right, so if the head center is less than the screen center minus the ground edge, or the head center is greater than the screen center minus the ground edge, then the splash ground. So the ground is where the head stops falling down and bumping into. So the ground becomes 360, which is if it used to be 270 minus 360, that's 90 pixels further down than the ground, the bottom of the screen. Another magic number. So what we could do here is we could say screen. Grab our local one. Screen height minus 90. Nope, plus 90. Oh, this shouldn't need to be in here. But we're going to leave it there for now. In a manner of speaking, we are minimizing the amount of magic numbers by simply telling the computer to ponder its orb. That is a way to put that. That would be a way. Oh, why don't I have my browser up still? Let's go back here. That is a way of speaking the things. That is true. Ish. True-ish. Let's see if we can get it to jump off the screen. There we go. And then if we do this... Hey, look at that! We're getting it to be all dynamical and stuff. All right. Bouncing on ground. We're just using the ground. That looks all good. The ground edge. We might need to tweak this. Actually, where is it? Not that. Under the stats of the head. The velocity here. We might need to tweak this. Tune down Vx and Vy. Because I don't know, like it might be going too far. Oh, that actually looks okay. Let's duplicate this real quick, and let's set this to, let's just set it to 8, because it looks like 8 is the max. That's a long ways. So -4 with the random amount of 8. means that it could be... the maximum it could be is 4. Yeah. Lowest is -4, maximum is 4. Yeah, that looks great. Huh. I wonder why that scales well. And I don't think we need to mess with the height. The height looks fine. Oh. Dammy. I'm a dummy. All right. Oh, thank you. It's actually, I didn't actually start it here. If we go, do I have Picotron open? I do. If we go to load Gucci survivors.ph.png and we set our init mode to this is the first one. Oh, okay. Well, apparently it's a little broken, but it had like the funny little quips and everything. And then when you press a button, he just goes burp, and like his eyes open up. It doesn't jump and bounce. It might bounce a little. I don't remember. Would I have this on any other ones? Doo-doo-doo. Let me check real quick. Oh, he does bounce up and down a little bit. Yeah, so this is what it originally looked like. Okay, so it was 100% inspired by the Concerned Ape one, where you click on him. Yeah, I was like, I love that so much. I wanted it to be like silly and exactly like that. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, so this is like the updated Picotron version of it. All right, update splash scene. We already went through all of this. We went through all of this. Bouncing effects, and then finish splash time. Okay, so I think we're actually good on the update function. Let's check the draw. Draw the character field. I don't think we can adjust the size of the background stuff because we're just printing characters, and that's just the nature of this scale. Let's see. Then we write justify text. We print the splash quote or flash quote. What is this? 480 would be the right side of the screen. So let's see what this magic number does. Let's do 5. Let's see how that works over here. Okay, so the first line is all the way over there. So what is it doing? It's taking the width of the screen and subtracting the width of the first line plus the width of the second line. Where it's combining the first and the second line widths and then subtracting this from it and then dividing that by half. Okay, so it's getting the center. Okay, So that means this can be the screen width. Yeah, okay. And we probably won't be able to see it yet because it's off of the bottom of the screen. Yeah. And let's see. But that fixes that. This gets the text width. This is actually a fun Picotron trick. The print command, while it's a draw operation that draws to the screen. So if we go like this, and let's pick another one. So if this is your screen, print will draw like it'll write text to the screen, right? So you give it an X coordinate and a Y coordinate. You give it an X and a Y, and it prints it right there. But if you use it as an argument, so like if something equals print, it'll still try to do the draw operation, but it returns the width and the height of the text that is printed into here, into whatever you set it to. So if, for example, I'm printing this at 0 and -20. So we're actually printing this text. We're printing it up here. We're printing it at 0x and -20. So we're printing it like off screen. So it's like boop and boop. But then Picotron says, hey, we printed it and we're going to return the width. Actually, technically it's from the top. The width and the height. So it's going to print, it's going to grab us or give us like, I guess technically it would be down here. The width and the height. It's going to give us this pixel right here, the coordinates for that. And it returns 2 arguments, so you could do text width, comma, text 1 height. And it will plug the width into here and the height into here. If you don't give it the second argument, that goes into the ether. So we're just grabbing the width. But this is a great way of capturing the width of text that you've printed, regardless of the size of the font. Because if you notice, well, we're using a custom font here. And it's going to have variable width. Also, it grabs the width of the actual text, even if it's not monospaced, which is really useful if you're doing text boxes. So that's what we're doing here. We're printing these so that we can get the first line and the second line's width, and then we're adding those together, subtracting that from the screen space. So we're doing, let's grab this. We're grabbing line 1 and line 2. We're adding those together and subtracting it from the screen size to get this little amount here. And then we take that amount, we cut it in half, and we paste it over. Here. And then we grab this whole length here. And now we can paste it, or we can draw that. Come on, let me click this thing. We can draw that at the coordinates of this little piece, this half of here, like that, boom. And we've now drawn our text centered on the screen. So that's how we get the centering. Our message outline. Oh, that's drawing the outline for the text. Well, we can't see it here. That's a Picotron thing, where you can inject an outline around the text. Then we draw our sprite logo. Oh, this is where we're coordinating that with the sound effects. Oh, I bet this is out for outline. I think we're not using this anymore. Are we just using out by itself? No, we are not. So we can actually comment that out. Dang, I never knew finding the center of something would be such a neat process. Yeah, there's all sorts of really fun. See, this is one of the great things about Picotron and Pico 8 is that I've really enjoyed is that you like it's low level enough that you kind of have to like figure out manually how to do some stuff. And see, like once you understand that, then you can manipulate it to how you like and whatnot. It's super duper fun. I really enjoy this stuff. All right, so we can comment this out too. We don't need that. The shadow, our shadow is working. Our head sprite is working. This is drawing it at the X and Y coordinate. The spotlight here. Okay, here's our oval spotlight. So this is, oh, this is an oval fill. Okay, let's take a look at the manual real quick. It's been a while since I've used oval. Is this width or height or x1 and x? Oh, it's x1 and x2 or x0 and x1 rather. Okay, so that's not width and height. Okay, so there are two different ways of drawing rectangle type draw operations in Picotron. One is what I call x1 and x2, and the other one is width and height. So if we come back here, let me undo all of this. When we draw a rectangle like this, we have our x coordinate and we have our y coordinate. And that's this point right here. That's where we start drawing. That's the top left corner. So when we look over here at the browser, you see how it says x0, y0, x1, y1, and then a color. This is an oval, but like if we look for rect, it's the same thing: x0, y0, x1, y1. What we're doing essentially is we're giving it the top left corner, and then we're giving it the bottom right corner. And so actually it's going to be, this will be our x, and then this will be a y. So the x is going to say we're going to start at 0, and how many pixels over from the edge of the screen are we going to draw? And the same with the y. How many pixels? We're going to start at 0 at the top of the screen, and we're going to go down so many pixels. But then for the x and y over here, actually let's draw these like this. We're going to go from the edge, and then we're going to go from the top of the screen this way. But then for these ones here, we're actually going to go from here all the way out this way. And we're going to go from the top of the screen all the way down to here. And so this ends up being, I call it x1. It's technically it could start at 0, but I call it x1, y1, x2, and y2. So these are two different coordinates. And then it's going to take these x1 and y1, x2, y2, and it's going to draw a rectangle. An oval is essentially this same thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to click here, and we're going to drag all the way down here, and we're going to use this oval drawing tool. That's what the oval does. So it still gives you an X1 and a Y1. Now there's something else that's a little different. If we go back to the browser, there is a rounded rectangle. That's rrect. Oh, look at that, it's right there. And you'll notice rrect has an X, Y, X and Y. It's not X0 or Y0, but then it has a width and a height. So when you draw rounded rectangles, you don't use X1 and Y1. So we just have an X and a Y. And let me grab a bigger brush. And then we have a width and a height. And the difference is that the width and the height, let's grab, actually, let's grab blue. Nope. Nope. There we go. Nope. The width and the height starts from the X and the Y. It is not X1 and X2 and Y2 over here are relative to the screen. Width and height is relative to the object. So when you draw a rounded rectangle, you're going to get a cool little rounded effect and everything. But it doesn't use this coordinate here and this coordinate here. It starts from the X and Y, but then your width is going to be not from the screen. It's going to be from the start. So that's what I was curious with ovals. Ovals use X1 and Y1, and so I'm going to need to essentially, when I do this rectangle, let's do 128. We have our screen, and we're drawing our oval. We're probably going to have to do the math where we calculate the distance out like that. Like this. It looks like an axolotl. We're going to have to come in from the edges of the screen a certain amount. That's probably how we're gonna want to center this, because right now these coordinates, they're manually baked in. So let's go back to the original one. See, like this, it comes in from the left and comes in from the right because we have the X1 and the Y1 and the X2 and the Y2 coordinates. So let's copy these, comment them out. We're going to save those for later because I do not want to, like, these are just tons of magic numbers in here. And our oval is X0, Y0, X1, Y1, and then a color. So here's our X, Y, X, Y color. And then the invert bit, this is a fun thing. If you do an invert bit, what it does is it draws outside of the oval, not the inside. So if I were to turn this off and just go like that, and then if I were to turn off this invert bit, the background is actually light blue and it's drawing a dark circle. It's drawing a shadow. You can see because like the face is a lot different than my face here. Down here in the bottom corner, it's a little shadowier. But if we do an OR operator, we're taking color 38. This whole thing here is like one piece. It's one argument, and then invert bit. Now this is invert bit is not a Picotron thing. This is where am I setting this? Huh? It's set somewhere. Maybe it's under the effects. I bet I'm setting it over here. Yeah, there's the invert bit. Okay, so the invert, like, it's actually this big string. You just plop that at the end. But again, this is where something that I learned about magic numbers. I don't want that just sitting there because I'm like, what the heck is this crap? I don't know. So I called it invert bit, and now I can just use it as invert bit anyway. So when we do this, it draws outside the oval, not inside. And so I'm drawing one, and then I'm drawing another one. It's a little further, stretched a little further out. And then I'm drawing another one, and it kind of creates like a little gradient. What did that say? Made ironically in the little... Oh, it has got the SpongeBob colors. See, it's yellow, and then white, and then brown for his pants on the right side. It's like he's laying down. Forgot I did that. Alright, so what we need to do is we're going to take this and this, and then we're going to uncover this one, and let's make this one 42. 41, 40, 39, 38. Oh, actually, what about 45? Nope. There we go. 43, 44, 47. Which one is it? Maybe it's 50. There we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use that. If I move this a little, like let's make this 50. See, I can see where I'm trying to draw the blue, and the red is where the original was. So we'll be able to kind of like make sure that they match up. Let's get some locals. We're gonna say 105. What is that? We're gonna need to do some math again. And by math I mean grok. What percentage is 105 of 480? $27.875. So the left edge is going to be screen width times 0.21875. And if I plug this in here, that should line up perfectly. And then if I go here, it's moving. Okay, all right. All right, now we're gonna need to do that with the right side too. What percentage is 375 of 480? Just the answer. 78.125. So we'll say right. We're probably going to have to get some better naming conventions for these because we're going to be doing a lot. 78.125. And so if we plug in right here, there we go. Okay. Well, it looks a little goofy because it's tall. But that way, but if we go back here, yeah, okay. And then if we duplicate this, and we make this top, and we make this bottom, then we can say what about 5 of 270. One 8 5 1 8. That'll be close enough. What about 264 of 270? Nine 7 7 7 7. So if we do top, bottom, that's not working right. Oh, because I'm doing the screen width, because I duplicated the line. It doesn't look great. I think that math might be off. Yeah, the math is off. The top is definitely off. What did I do with the top? The top was supposed to be 1 8. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That's going to be 0185. Yeah, there we go. Although that looks like it's off by 1 pixel. Probably not a big deal. There we go. All right, now let's say this increases by 15 and then by 20. That's by 15 and 20. 15 and 20. Axley, why are you doing explodey musics? Ooh. Touch fuzzy, get dizzy. Alright, it looks like it's going 15 and then 20. This song is hilarious, but I'm going to skip it. Times 0.25. 0.125. $7.5. And then if I do this one times 0.5, times 0.75 times 0.75. This is probably going to be wrong because it's on the opposite side, but let's just see what it does. Times 0.75. I wonder why it's that much. I don't know what this math is going to be. We almost need to grab this as an increment. What if we do local offset equals left times 0.75, and then we make this one minus the offset. Let's do OFX. That's what I use for my offset X. And then we'll do right plus OFX. Okay, okay. And let's do this at 25%. There we go. Let's actually mark you down. And then we can do the same thing with the top. We'll do OFY equals top. And the top is going to be minus OFY, and the bottom is going to be plus OFY. What is it doing here? It's supposed to go beyond, but it's not going beyond the screen. What would it look like if we'd used OFX? Okay. That kind of works. What does this one look like if we change this one to 50? Oh, wait a minute. Is this the biggest one? It is. Okay. So this is supposed to be inverted. So this is supposed to be plus. Plus. Minus. Minus. There we go. And then this one will be plus OFX times 2. times 2. Times 2. Might need to put some brackets on there. Times 2. Nope, there we go. Alright, so let's check our sizes. That one's close enough. We're 1 pixel off. And let's check this one. So that needs to be less. What? I can't tell which way it's going. Oh, we're not using OFY, we're using OFX. That's why. So if we do 0, right, so the larger the number gets, the further in it gets. 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty close. 49 or 48. 45. 4. 425. 44. 43. 42. Weird. Okay. We're just going to use 4, 5. And then we'll do OF1. And we'll call this offset 1. And then we'll make this one OF2. And down here, we'll set this to OF2. That way we'll have more granular control, because the math is not going to be completely even. Hey, thanks for the follow, Gamedev. How are you doing? I don't have any special fancy things, so we'll just do... Thank you for the follow. You're so cool. Thank you for the follow. I hope that you're cool. Yay! I hope that sufficed. And I hope that you feel thanked sufficiently. Let's go 50. And unblock this one. Alright, so we need to come down a little bit more. So we need to do 2, 3. That's about it. 3, 1, 2, 3. That'll work. Yeah, that looks good. And now it's dynamically scaling too. And that way if we go over here, boop and boop. Hey, look at that. And then where do we print our text? Where are our prints? Here's where our prints are happening. We got magic numbers here, I'm sure. Yep. 142. All right. What about 142 of 270? $52.59. So local y is going to equal screen height times 0.52.59 or 5259. And then we'll set this to y. And wait, were those two the same number? They were. And this is actually going to be 160 is where this one goes, and 160 is where this one goes. So, what about 160 of 270? $59.25. $59.25. There we go. Now this is going to be Y1. And this is going to be Y2. This might be problematic. Y2. Yep, I was worried about that. Because some of these things aren't going to scale to the size of the screen. But I think that's a problem for another day. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. We need to call it for the night. But we're going to add a little thing here. We need to center the SPR logo and by text. And if we come back to here, scene switching is done. Oh, we didn't do enemy spawning. But we got our splash scene. Sheen. See any? Finish. Centering text and logo. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to work okay. We might need to manually tweak it a little bit to make it look nicer, but I think that's kind of future-proofed it a little bit. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or rest of your night. I hope you go to church tomorrow. I think it's going to be a wonderful Sunday. And with that, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Follow me on all the socials. I'm Wash Bonello everywhere. It's been a wonderful night. Bye-bye.